Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of The Lockdown. It's Zach Danger and number 12.
Okay, welcome back to another episode of The Lockdown.
Hey.
I am your host, Zach Danger.
I'm number 12,
and
aka Mike Nguyen. I guess I should use my human name before I became number 12.
Yeah, before we became number 12. Before I became Zach Danger. Those were the days when I was so skinny, and now I'm jacked, and I smoke cigars, and ready for the apocalypse. Today is April 16th, 2020, for those of you who
It is
need
April
to,
16th, 2020.
Just a heads up, because again, we're covering things that are happening like today, this week-ish. So if you're listening to this and you're like, that was from a long time ago, it's because we're in the past. But how's everybody? Hope everybody's doing okay.
We just got the news that we're in New York. They're gonna pause. Pause is continued until May 15th.
What do you mean, the shutdown?
Yeah, the New York version of shelter in place is until May 15th at least.
That doesn't sound so
just got
bad.
that
what was it before? May 1st?
It was May 1st, but I mean, it's another month, you know? We were like, It was like 2 weeks versus a month or whatever. I mean, and it's not going to end in like May 15th. May 15th, they're going to be like, you know what, let's just keep it going to September. Let's just keep it rolling, you know?
I mean, realistically, in my mind, I'm thinking October. I know that's to me, that's a very realistic number, but I don't know. I just want to get out of here before my birthday. I'm very selfish.
The thing is that and this is legit, if it goes all the way until October, there might be nothing to come out to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, seriously, like just think of anything you like, any business. Do you think they could go for 6 months with no money?
Right.
No one could do that.
Right. Also, let's just say you own let's just say for whatever reason, your landlord was like, hey, you don't have to pay rent on this ramen shop that you have. No worries. Okay, so that's cool. You don't have debt, but you don't have income. And then when you come back, it's like, okay, who are you going to buy pork from? Who are you going to buy these noodles from? Right? Like all the people in place are going to be gone. So just because you're okay doesn't mean they're okay. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, dude.
I take that back. I'm sorry. I apologize for my birthday statement. That was very selfish. That was very Zach Danger of me.
It was. I like that though. I like that. Very, very, such a Zach Danger move. Oh, here's one thing I wanted to ask before we got into it. Did you get your stimulus money? Did you get the little checky guy?
No,
or whatever?
I didn't get shit.
You didn't get it yet?
People are making memes about it. I think what happened is they looked at my 2018 taxes and they're like, no, because I had a full-time job in 2018 and I was doing okay. So, I don't think
Did you make too much for the cutoff? Do you know what I'm talking
about?
Well,
I don't know what the calculation is. They said they're going to look at 2018 and 2019. Is it an average? I don't know, but if they look at 2018 and they're like, this guy's fine, then they're not going to give it to me, which is dumb because my situation has changed. I feel like it's not just me, it's a lot of people's situations change over a year or two, right? So like, I don't know why it's a 2-year tax thing. But yeah,
I didn't know. I didn't file my 2019, so
you didn't file your 2019?
No, it's not due until July. So
damn, why are you pushing it off, baby? Why are you pushing it off?
I'm not gonna. Well, to be honest with you, there's no real reason. I sent all my stuff over to my person, but I'll do it like in a day or two, I guess. But there's no real reason other than like I don't have to do it now.
Yeah, I will say that I'm such like a. I'm a very like tight asshole person. I judge people so hard on if they do their taxes on time or not. Like if you're the type of person who waits until like April, I'm not gonna fuck with you. But if you do it in like February, let's get married. That's my philosophy.
But like nobody does it in February. There's like I think the IRS is like, okay, we got Fumis, and then everybody else is like, all right, I'm a normal human being, so I'm gonna do it on April 14th. Like
that's so funny.
Else.
I did it in April. I for sure did it in February this year. But you know what's so stupid about doing it early is sometimes your companies mess up and they send you like an extra document.
Another form,
which happened to me in 2018. I did it so early, and they're like, oh, oops, we forgot this. So I have to like file for like what is it called, like a redo? That's not the technical thing, but yeah, so I have to like pay more money to do it. It's fucking stupid. But things, we're all quarantined now. Taxes, it's not even a thing anymore. Taxes don't even exist. I don't even know where that money's going to.
There's no government anymore, right?
I know.
Just the money just goes to the Cyclops or whatever, whoever's running the the earth now.
Yeah.
So
why did you go from why did you go from the government to Cyclops? I feel like there's so many different other people who are in line before they get into the Cyclops.
Nope. People are not real. Okay, in the post-apocalyptic wasteland, we all worship the Cyclops.
The Cyclops.
Yeah. I mean, so what'd you do? What you been up to?
Well, speaking of people handing off things to the Cyclops, things are changing, landscapes are changing, comedy is changing, and we've been talking about doing these like Zoom comedy shows, online comedy shows, and to be honest with you, like when this whole started happening, when the quarantine started happening, I would see on Instagram who was getting booked on these Zoom shows, and like, I'm being completely honest, I did not feel jealous at all for some reason.
No,
I don't. If it was like a real comedy show, it used to be real comedy shows that people would post, and I'd be like, damn, I gotta get on that show. I would legit think that, and it would inspire me. It would like, pump me up. But now, like, I saw all these Instagram shows, and I was like, I was kind of like hating a little bit. I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm sure that's cute. That's cute. I thought that in my head. Like, I'm some fucking comedy master. I'm like, that's cute. That's not what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making Instagram videos because I'm better than you. That was really my thought.
Yeah.
But I tried a few, and it is not as bad as one might think. It actually can be kind of fun. And the second show I did, which we can kind of get into, I did it yesterday. Mike, you were in the audience, but you weren't showing your face for some reason.
Because I was not paying attention until the very last second. No, it was cool.
Well, people can keep their mics on, so that was kind of nice.
Yeah, so some people can. Yeah, so so there's all these different formats, and we've been talking about how no one's figured out the formula yet. So there's like some that are Zoom parties, and it's just like some people are on, and sometimes it's like a Zoom seminar where only the performers can see each other. And then there's like some where it's just like it's like an Instagram link, so you can't see anybody, but they can like comment. And so the one you did this was yesterday. It was like a nice, like the two hosts did their thing, and then they had a bunch of different comics on it. And in a lot of ways, you're right. It was very similar to a stand-up show because I was watching the two hosts and they're doing the whole banter, and they're like, since you can see people, you can kind of roast the audience a little bit and get a little bit of participation, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, did you watch my set?
I watched your set. I watched Usama's set. I watched the host set.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, I was like cooking. So I was
right. I tuned out as well, which is kind of nice about Zoom comedy shows because you can just shut off your camera or whatever. But
it's kind of it's funny. Yeah.
But then these people are performing for no one, so it's really not good.
Well, I mean, if you want to get philosophical about it, are we ever performing for anyone? I mean, when we're at a bar show and there's two people in the audience and one of them is drunk, like is that any better?
Right.
Is it really?
Right. Right.
I wanted to say too that this whole thing's coming out, and listen, I'm not hating on anybody for the whole, like, if you're getting booked a lot on, I don't even know what that means, getting booked a lot on a show like this. The thing is that everybody was like, you gotta get booked as much as you can.
Who said that?
In order to, in general, right? The philosophy of stand-up is like,
before Corona.
Before.
Oh yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is the way it works. Like you got to get booked as much as you get up as much as you can. You need to practice as much as you can. And sure, I get the general philosophy of that. But now there's like all that shit that you had as far as like, this is the way the world works. It just like someone just took a fat shit on the chest of that philosophy. Okay. And like, there's no, I don't know what is like stand up on Zoom and all these things. Does that count towards your stand up cred? Is there such a thing as a good stand up Zoom show? Is there, like, I don't know. And like everyone, it was like all the rules that we had were just like proven wrong in my mind. So I'm just sort of like, I just when I see all these things, I'm glad people are being creative. That's what I like. But I don't want all that bullshit that we had before to be like, you didn't do the quarantine show. That's the big hot show to get onto. Come on.
Yeah.
Like we're all in our pajamas. That's really what it's about.
Well, you know what I like about this, the fact that it's digital makes everything on an equal playing field, right? Because it really depends on how many people come to your show, And to be honest, you and I could do a weekly show. We could get 100 people every week. I guarantee it, right? To tune in. Now, do I think 100 people are tuning into Butterboy? I don't know. The numbers are not available. I'm not sure. I don't know. You know, the show I did yesterday was like 20, 30 people, including comedians. So it was really like 10 to 20, right? So it's like, it's changed the game because before it was, oh, I want to get on the show because there's a bunch of people there, industry's there, blah, blah, blah. But now it's like, well, those people with followings can do whatever the fuck they want now every day. They could just do a show every day, you know? So like the power has shifted a little bit and kind of made everyone more equal, I feel like. You know, it's like if you have fans, even if it's 50 people and they've got nothing to do really, you know, you can just do a weekly show. And if you and I just create a weekly show, why the fuck do I need to get on these other shows? I don't give a fuck about what they're doing. And to your point, it's like now that the world is ending, I'm not gonna follow anybody's like old.
Yeah, this is the way to do it.
Yeah,
right.
These are like everybody's still thinking in like old recipe mode, right? That shit, you can't get those ingredients anymore. You can't make that anymore, right? So I'm onto this new shit. Okay, I'm onto cracking beans open and shit. You know, so
yeah, man, I'm into eating mutants now, dog.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
so
I'm into mutant dogs.
I liked it, and I actually use this mic that I'm using right now for the podcast because when I hold it, I actually feel like I'm performing. But I was doing crowd work, and it was like
and
it was like kind of funny. Like they laughed, and
it was funny. I enjoyed that. I do like, and I agree with you that the sets I've seen, which I do like, are really just like watching. Is really just like watching stand up. It's a guy or a girl, whatever, a comedian going up and trying bits out and seeing if it works and trying to engage the audience however that person can. And it's surprisingly fun when it's going well, you know? I think, you tell me since you were the one on it, right? You felt like you were doing stand-up, right? I mean, obviously not really the same as doing it on a stage, but you know,
I would say it's like maybe 50 to 60% there. And like when I heard the reaction about the crowd work, it's nice when you can see everybody because it's funny in comedy clubs when you do crowd work, you look around, right? But in Zoom, I click.
You're scrolling. Oh yeah. That's funny.
I'm like, who's funny? And it's like not everyone has their camera turned on. And there was this one boy who like I don't know how he got the link, but his camera was.
I saw that.
It was legit set up like one of those porn videos where like the mom walks in on you jerking off.
The mom walks in. Hey, what are you?
Yeah, so I just commented on that, and like people, they're reacting, and in that moment, I felt like I was at a club. It was like, oh, I picked up something funny about what you're doing right now. But that said, the thing about Zoo comedy shows, and it's fine. I think that if you've got bits, you can practice them, and you can still get, you can still kind of keep your chops up or whatever. But I will say the only thing it can't do is that like live magic element where like you can just get a laugh of like a weird sound you make or like a weird body movement. It's all the stuff that
dude.
And like writers hate this. Like if you're like a comedy writer, you hate this shit. But that's why people love stand-up because writing is like half of it and the other half is like maybe you moved a little bit weird.
Or
maybe you tripped when you went on stage, or maybe you grabbed the microphone stand weird, or like there's all these like weird. That's why it's truly like it's chaos up there, right? When you're doing live, it's just chaotic, and people like that because it's alive, and you lose that in Zoom, which is okay. Again, if you write a joke and you're like you read it as you wrote it, and you say it, if the connection's funny, they'll laugh, and I think that's a really really cool thing that we can still maintain. But that said, like I mean, I was leaning more on like the just being kind of spontaneous on stage kind of comedian. An act-outy comedian, so like I can't do that bit about taking off my shirt anymore, like, and it's fine, but it's like it's just different, and I acknowledge it. I think it's fine, but yeah, after my 2 experiences, I'm glad that this exists, and I really think you and I should do something because it's fun, and we'll have to figure out how to get all these people in the Zoom, but like I don't know, it's just like I guess the only other weird thing is like I did one show where the audience didn't have their mic on. And it really truly feels like you're just talking to yourself and you have no idea.
Just talking to yourself.
You have no idea. You have no idea which jokes are funny or if it worked. So like I was thinking like, oh, if I continue this, I don't even know if I can get better at comedy because I'm not getting any reaction. Like I need some reaction to.
That's freaky.
To kind of like reassess, right?
Yeah, I like that what you said about that because the cool part about stand-up is, and you felt this. There's times when you're doing it and you're doing your comedy or your written stuff, but because of whatever thing, you're able to lock into the energy of the room.
Yeah.
And when you get that, it's like you're catching the perfect wave.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you can't fail, and everything you do is funny. Like every little like way you hold your microphone or a little like way you look around at the crowd, and they know that it's funny and you know that they know, and it's like comedy sex, baby.
Yeah.
You're just making that perfect connection.
Comedy orgy.
And I don't know if you can get that on a Zoom thing. I mean, who knows? Hey man, you can get a lot through OnlyFans. So I'm gonna say that you could do something. I have gotten. It's funny because I'm getting booked on some of these things, and again because of like the wild nature of it, like people are like, yeah, go ahead and do 20 minutes, and I'm just like, 20 minutes of talking to myself in my bedroom, it'll be kind of weird, but
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, maybe this is the way it is. Like, you know what, maybe this is what it is, because like back in the day you used to have to go to like a burlesque show and it had to be live. I'm talking about in the 50s. Okay, and then over time, okay, there's still strip clubs. But now everybody watches digital porno, right? And now everybody's on OnlyFans, and everybody has like a Twitch, account, and everybody has those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And maybe now it's like, hey, everybody used to go to live comedy shows, but the only people who do that now are total perverts. And the real way to do it is all digital. And there's like
phone.
some... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how tight would it be if you're like doing your comedy, and then when you're, I mean, not that I've ever done this, but like when you're watching some like some naughty live stream, and you can tip the girl, cha-ching.
Yeah, cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, what they gotta do is, the real pervy websites, when you tip, it like triggers their vibrator, and then they go. So I want to do that, but for comedy. I don't know what that is.
But for comedy, I don't know.
I don't know what the equivalent is, but I want the cha-ching of comedy.
Maybe you can tip me, and then the vibrator is like right here, and I can like dress it up with like a mustache, and it vibrates.
It laughs.
And I'm like, I'm like, hey, Mr. Vibrato loves it. Oh, hey, thanks very much, horny guy 69.
Oh God. Oh yeah. You gotta
the future of comedy.
You gotta thank them by their usernames. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All right. So coming to you soon, we're gonna be working on a live stand-up show /
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans streaming.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not, dude?
Are OnlyFans things? Are they supposed to be only adults? I mean, why the fuck?
It's the point. I think the reason why it doesn't have to be, but the reason why it's a lot of porn people use it is because they've got all these features where you can like blur out certain parts of your body for like paid members only. You know what I'm saying? You can put like exclusivity on your body. So we could do that with jokes. Maybe we're just like, so my name is Fumi. I'm born in Ohio.
Oh,
yeah,
what? You want to hear that?
Yeah.
Yo, you want to hear that punchline? Hit me up on OnlyFans.
Yo, that's a great idea.
We cracked the code. We cracked the code.
Tell no one. Tell no one about this.
Tell no one. Okay.
I love it.
All right, so we're moving on to today's Das Race News. And we got...
this one's serious, man.
One.
This one's serious.
It is, dude. It's all about going back to... let me see if I got the little thing pulled up here. Uh-oh. Here we go. This one, I saw this in a couple places, but here's the New York Times one. As coronavirus fades in China, nationalism and xenophobia flare. And it talks about how now that the pandemic is raging, outside of China's borders, foreigners are being shunned, barred from public spaces, and even evicted. And they tell some really terrible stories about like, things that are happening to foreigners in China. So folks who are from Africa, folks from America, maybe even like some Asian foreigners, so like Japanese people, etc. And we talked a lot about this. And you had a funny bit the other day about how in America, obviously, there's some racism that Asian people are experiencing about like Chinese virus, this and that, and like people think that we're like the vector of it, and they set up a hotline for hate crimes in the tri-state area, and it's fucked up. It's totally fucked up. And now it's kind of like in China, this is kind of, it's, I don't want to say reverse racism, but it's like it is like racism over there, because they they think that people from Africa or foreigners are bringing the disease back, or like spreading the disease, and so it's crazy.
Yeah,
what do you think, man?
I mean, so like a very holistic analysis on this before we kind of do a deep dive is, I think this is why, because of my like international experience and like how I've lived in a different country and stuff, like I knew that this shit could always happen and has existed, and I think that is my biggest reason why I get weirded out when I come here to America and people just like, it's like white people are the devil, blah, which is true to a certain extent, but it's like, dude, look at this, like Asian people are fucking being ridiculous right now. Like Chinese people, like, evicting Africans in China, like it's the same shit, so it's like, it's really not a race-based thing. It's just like, it's about context and like what your country's dealing with, you know what I mean? So like,
well, hold on here. I wouldn't let white people off that easy, okay? Let's slow down. White people are the devil. No,
yes.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying about like, it's not just because you're Asian or a person of color doesn't mean anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on where you are.
I think it sucks. It's because that's that's sort of like the danger of, this is like a very 80s kind of what's it called, thing, where it's like the real virus is racism. It's like, don't let racism spread, right? That's like, that is really kind of the danger, is that everybody is like out for each other now. Like all the different states are fighting for resources, all the different countries are fighting for resources, and everybody's like, oh, we gotta like keep these outsiders out because they're bringing all like these dirty diseases in or whatever. And like, that's really like kind of like what's kind of freaky, because that might continue going after, and really like we need to, it like keeps people from solving the problem, because now you're focused on this thing that it shouldn't have a factor, because once the disease is in a population, anyone can have it. It's not just like one kind of person or one kind of race can have it,
Yeah, I think again, the New York Times put China on blast, which is an issue for sure. But I saw a really sad TikTok the other day. I follow this one guy on TikTok. I got to give him a shout out. I don't even know his name, so I can't really give him a shout out. But he's this I think he's like half Japanese, maybe half Filipino or something. He's like half Japanese, half American. But I think that other American may be like some sort of Asian ethnicity.
Oh, I see.
But he lives in Japan. I think he's teaching English there. And he has all these funny videos making fun of Japanese culture from like an American perspective. And it's really funny to me because like I understand both. And he like speaks a little bit of Japanese. So there's that.
Yeah.
But it's usually like funny stuff about like every anime intro is like this. And it's like, whatever. Or like, what do Japanese last names actually mean? It's like pretty surface level funny shit. But then like recently he posted something really sad that was like a skit where he tried to go get ramen and the owner was like, oh, no, Japanese only. I'm so sorry. It's just, this is not racism. Like, we're just trying to like protect our family. I'm so sorry. Like, Japanese only. And he's like, well, I live here. Like, I am Japanese. Like, my last name is whatever. And he's like, no, I'm so sorry. Like, only Japanese only. And then this like sick old man who's coughing. He's
yeah.
Table for one. Come on in. And that was like the skit, which is like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's funny, but it's like so fucking sad, And but again, it's like, it's got to be happening everywhere, right? It's not just China.
Well, I mean, I think anywhere where people are cool with racism is going to be happening. So it's like, like, that's the sort of danger of nationalism, and like it doesn't make sense. Like, what does your passport or whatever, because that's really what this is about, like have to do with like immunity? Like right. It's just like you said, like an old dude or whoever with the symptoms, he's the one with the fucking symptoms. Like
right.
Just because another person is from another place and is like totally fine doesn't mean that they have the thing. It logically doesn't make sense, and that's what is so deliciously stupid about living in the post-apocalyptic world, because like none of this, like all the logic that we have is just like, let's just go ahead and get rid of all that. Let's just go ahead and hoard all the masks and make sure that that guy with the freckles can't get into my ramen shop. That's what it's about.
Yeah,
craziness.
man, it's crazy. But the other part of the article that I want to kind of discuss is this like rise in nationalism. There was a paragraph that said a restaurant in northern China put up a banner.
Oh yeah,
restaurant in northern China put up a banner celebrating the virus's spread in the USA. A widely circulated cartoon showed foreigners being sorted into trash bins. So like people are celebrating. The government is using this to prove the Communist Party's superiority over other countries and government systems.
Right.
And it's like, A, let's make fun of the world because we're cool now and they're not because other countries don't have their shit together. They can't build hospitals in 30 minutes like we can. And two, it's like this, again, it's that mixed with that xenophobia and a nationalism. Like, let's stick, Chinese people like this, we are one kind of thing. Which I was surprised to read because when China first started getting the coronavirus, I remember like, people on that website called like Weibo or whatever, they were like,
Weibo,
they were very upset. They were like, what? The government does not care about their people. They silenced the one doctor who tried to catch it like way earlier on. So yeah, this was, I didn't get to read too much into it, but like that dichotomy kind of confused me a little bit.
Well, I mean, first of all, we definitely say that like China is a country with 1 billion people in it.
Yeah.
So there's a huge like variety of reactions to it, and like I'm sure people are pissed off about it.
Yeah,
I'm sure that like there's some racist assholes. I don't think like even a significant minority of Chinese people are going to be racist. Like they're everybody's just trying to like get through it their own way. And I think the danger is that on all these different fronts, people are using the old stereotypes and the old sort of biases that we have in order to like advance their political thing. So like, the whole thing about like why people call it the Chinese virus versus just calling it COVID-19, right? That's because Trump is trying to paint a certain narrative about like who is really at fault. And now China's doing the same thing. China's like trying to paint a certain narrative that, oh, we didn't do it. It's these damn foreigners that did it. Or, hey, now the Japanese got it because like, Chinese and Japanese people got beef for a long time. So that's going to flare up, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that like if it came in America in a big way, we wouldn't blame like, these damn Mexicans brought it in when they walked across the Rio Grande. Like people are just going to mobilize all the easy tropes. It's like every single country is just like a really hack comedian, and it's just like, man, don't you know about these Japanese people? Ha 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 ha, and that's like, and they're trying to stir people up because that like gets people angry, and then you can scapegoat someone. That's what I think like Trump is trying to do with he's trying to scapegoat like the World Health Organization or whatever. It's like basically just like trying to blame someone else. Yeah. And you're going to see that, I think, a lot. And it's going to be crazy, too, because like Korea and Japan both have this whole thing going on. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like there is like, animosity between the two of them.
Wait, what?
They're like restricting travel.
What is, is there something happening right now? Or are you referring to?
Well, I mean, just saying like Japan is like their cases are increasing.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Korea's cases are like, I think actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But, like if you're, Korea's trying to do the right thing as far as like using science. Hey, who would have thought using science would have worked?
Yeah.
But, like if things go bad there, will people like blame outsiders? Will they blame, I wouldn't be surprised if they blame like Japanese people for it.
Right.
Because there's a lot of beef there and it's a very easy
target
connection to make. So, that's where we live in now. And now I'm sad.
Yeah, man. I mean, when I saw that video on TikTok, it really annoyed me because TikTok is supposed to be where I can go and just get away from it all, TikTok is the one place it's not I'm not gonna run into like some social justice warrior like I do with Twitter. I'm not gonna see any butts like I do on Instagram. TikTok is where I can see a 15-year-old boy be so fucking stupid and make me think, I used to fucking do that. It's not very political, but then I saw this fucking video. I saw this video right after I made a video about blowing myself. Giving myself a blowjob, which kind of went viral. Shouts to TikTok. Thank you for algorithm for doing that. So I made this video about giving myself a blowjob. which my coworker saw, by the way. It was terrible. And then I saw this. Then I saw this like political sad like video about like racism in Japan, and yeah, that shit like you know, I was standing there and I was like, what am I can't just be making blowjob content. Like, what, you know, do I need to be more political? Like, I just went on this like whole introspective journey. So, you know, my point is, hey, leave TikTok out of this. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think you're kind of right, because like I was thinking about when we were talking about Andrew Yang the other day on like the other episode, and I think we made some good points. Some people disagreed, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
But I was like, this wasn't a funny episode. And then this episode, also not funny. Like, you know, it's hard to talk about this in a funny way where I'm like already like triggered a little bit. So I don't know, maybe from now on, we're just going to do race news. There unfortunately is no other race news at all. There's no sports news.
Yeah, nobody's releasing a new movie right now.
There's no new movies. There's like, I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know. Maybe next time we can talk about like what we I don't know.
I mean, no, but I agree with the funny thing. But like people like the downloads are fine. You know what I mean? Like I think that, do I want to be sad every time? No, but like it doesn't seem like it affected downloads that much. Like people still like it. You know?
No, I agree with that. It's just like for my own.
Oh, for you. You don't care about the listener.
Like I don't care about any of our listeners, you know?
Yeah.
I do. I think you guys keep giving us money, which is a huge mistake.
Yes.
But huge mistake. But you know, like I'll look at a Mango Bay, and there's this like
it's
you
so
watch
goofy, dude.
You watch their podcast, and I mean this in the best possible way. You get a little dumber, and you get an STD, and you're just like, oh yes, thank you. Check out Mango Bay; it's so good.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but maybe that's what I mean. I just want to let's get back to the blowjob, giving yourself a blowjob. I think that's great. That's great content, Fumi.
It's great. Thank you so much. So check out my blowjob video. It went viral, and that's under @ the Fumi Abe, not Zach Danger. Zach Danger does not have a social media presence because I work for the CIA. So anyways, that was our episode. Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hey, thanks. It's a new platform. We're trying to be young. So thank you. Appreciate it. Tell all your friends. If you have money, if you got that stimulus check, check us out at patreon.com/Asian.AsianPod. Donate a couple bucks if you can, man. We're going to try to keep this going. And then Mike and I are 100% for sure going to do something live very soon on Zoom where a lot of people can join, and it's not going to be on Instagram, and it'll be a good time. So that's it for me. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, I guess, get that bottom rib removed so you can suck your own dick.
Yeah, man.
All right. I need that content.
Yeah. More sucking dick content, please, everybody.
More sucking dick content, guys.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you very much.
Bye.